million. Mind-boggling.
What? Oh my God!
Welcome back to another episode of Who is LouieXIII. I am Louie. So you guys want to know what I paid for my brand new 2020 wide body charger. You also want to know how you could get the best deal on a car for yourself. Well, you are in luck because I am a man of the people. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. But before we get into that, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, tell me your thoughts. You know, do all that, man, and I appreciate it. We're going to continue to get this thing all the way to the top. Let me get my shit together, and we about to head out. All right, let's get it.
It's the mind-boggling.
Oh my God! Wow!
Now, I was just gonna sit and talk about this stuff in the car with you guys, but you know, I want to make it as dope of an experience as possible. You know, I don't want to just sit in the car all boring. I want to take you guys on a little adventure, but you guys let me know. Would you rather me get straight to the point and give you the boring, sit in the car and just tell you what it is, or do you guys like all the little cinematic things and the B-roll and the going on a little drive and me putting my phone down real quick because we passing the CHP? You know, I ain't trying to get no tickets. I'm gonna stay far away from that. Oh, and there's a cop right there. Oh, he's turning around. All right, we good, y'all. We good, y'all. Gave a little scare, but you know, see, that's why you always got to be prepared, man. And that's why I got to get that goddamn GoPro. Shit. It's on the way though, so don't worry, man. Don't worry. It is on the way. Let me give you a slight little pull. Ooh, something slight. As you can see, we are on the freeway, but like I was saying, man, you guys let me know. Do you want me to get straight to the point with my shit? Or do you guys like all the cinematics and the B-roll and, you know, the driving around? Me personally, when I watch videos, I like all the B-roll and all the cinematics, you know, like DDE. I fuck with their shit. Tall Guys' new shit, I like all that shit, like Casey Neistat. I like all that cinematic shit, man. Ooh, we got a little BMW right here. See if we get a little pool. He ain't with it. He ain't trying to do it. Oh, okay, I thought he was speeding up. Never mind. Oh, he is speeding up a little bit. Okay, he wants to do it. Let me put my shit in track mode, baby. whoa, hold up. I can't just be giving out all that content like that, man. You know, I gotta spread it out a little. That was unexpected, but it did happen. So, you know, my first race, man, to find out what happened in my first race in the 2020 Dodge Charger SCATPACK wide body against a modded BMW M5. To find out what happened, you're gonna have to stay tuned. Tune in to the next episode, because I'm gonna drop that one next. It's gonna be a little quick one, you know, just showing you guys what happened in my first race. In my first race, man. I didn't think he wanted it, but I guess he did. You know, he pulled up on me. So tune in to the next episode to find out what happened. All right, so let's talk about it. What I paid for this beautiful beast here, and how you could get the best deal possible on a new vehicle. Well, first let's get into how you could get the best deal possible. The way you get the best deal possible is you got to know your shit. You know, don't go into anything blindly. Do your research. What I did was I looked at what other people were paying for this type of vehicle. So I went online, I went on YouTube, and I did my research. I found out what other people were paying, so that way I knew what I was working with. And every car is going to be different, because some people get base models, and some people get fully loaded. You know, it all depends on the type of build that you're going to get, you know, and the type of options, the type of trim it is. So just do the research to find out the ballpark range of what it is you should be paying, you know, and good deals that other people are paying, and find out what the dealer, you know, what they got to work with a little bit. I've heard that you could ask them to show you what they pay for the vehicle. I don't know. I've never tried that. I didn't try. I seen that after I had already purchased my vehicle, but you could try that. Do your research on that, and you know, just know what you should be paying, and know what other people are paying. Because if they could get a solid deal and get to a certain number, then chances are you could get to that same number. It's all about doing your research and knowing your shit, you know, and that goes with everything. So number one is do your research. Don't go into it blindly. And number two is you got to be patient. You got to be patient, man. I'm not going to lie. I probably could have got a better deal on mine because I wasn't patient. Even though I did get a pretty good deal, which we'll talk about in a minute, I probably could have got a better deal if I was a little more patient. I went shopping while I was hungry. Real fucking hungry. You know, I might have smoked a little bit before too, so I had the munchies type. But yeah, man, that's why I was real starving when I went shopping. So I really wanted this thing, but you know, I should have waited a little longer, and I probably could have got an even better deal. But yeah, man, just be very patient. And another thing is learn how to negotiate. Do your research and find out some skills on how to negotiate. A very good book that I recommend right here, not just for getting a car, but for everything in life. These are life skills right here. You should pick this book up right here, man. Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. Chris Voss is an ex FBI negotiator, elite hostage negotiator, so top level. But he talks about not just his hostage negotiations, but also, you know, how he created his business and how he uses his negotiating tactics to help him with that. And, you know, it works in business, it works in hostage negotiating, obviously. It works in getting a car, getting a house, getting a loan. There's certain tactics and tools you could use that you could pick up and you could become good at to help you out. So I would definitely advise to read this book in particular and other books like it. Become a good negotiator, man, because it's going to help you in life, not just in getting a new car. So become a good negotiator. Get those skills and use them. Put them to the test, because that's number one, man. You got to negotiate the price. So if you know what to do and you know things to look out for, and you know you're knowledgeable in negotiation, then that's going to help you. That's 90% of the battle right there. Maybe even 100, because the whole goddamn thing is negotiation. So yeah, that's going to really, really help you. But, you know, other than that, it's just, you know, Don't go in blind. Do your research. Know what other people are paying. Know the deals that they are getting. Know what the dealer is paying for it. Know your negotiation. Be patient. Be patient, man. That is key. Be patient. You see that B right there? Yeah, be patient. But yeah, man, be patient. But other than that, that's pretty much it. To get a good deal, that's what it takes, man. Be patient, know your shit, and be a good negotiator. Get those skills down. Until you have those skills, I mean, unless you got the money and you don't really care, if it ain't all about saving to you, then hey, do what you got to do, man. Go get your vehicle, go get your whip, go get your house, whatever. But if you want to get the best deal possible, I advise you to get those skills down. A couple other things I forgot to tell you when trying to get the best deal possible is you got to know what the deals are. At the end of the month is when they always have the best deals. And if you could wait till the end of the year, then that's going to be even better, because they're trying to get rid of the older models to make room for the new models. So you're going to find the best deals. They're going to have more room to play with. You could get them a little lower at the end of the year. So if you could get your vehicle at the end of the year, then that's going to be best for you, because you're going to get the best deal. If not, then try to go towards the end of the month, because they're trying to get all their sales in, and that's when they got all the deals at the end of the month. So I did get mine at the end of the month, so I got a pretty good rebate, and you know, they have all the rebates and all the other deals. So yeah, that's another thing to add for getting the best deals. Going at the end of the year, if you can, go at the end of the year. That's going to be the best time. And go at the end of the month. Look for the rebates, know when the deals are happening. Go in every month, you know, and see when the best deal is there for you. Low interest rates, sometimes no interest rates. Low financing, leasing, if that's what you're trying to do. We'll get into what I did with this vehicle in another video. But yeah, man, go in at the end of the month, go talk to your dealers, see what the rebates are, see what all the deals and promotions are going on. And you know, like I said, that goes into being patient. So once you find the best deal for you, jump on it. But other than that, you know, let's get into what I paid for my vehicle. You feel me? Let me whip the paper out. Alright, so this is the base price of the SCATPACK, the 2020 SCATPACK, but keep in mind this is without the wide body package. This is just the Dodge Charger SCATPACK, you know, 6.4, all that. Once you add the wide body package, that's $6 grand right there, baby. You know what I mean? And you know, there's a variety of options that you can add, and it's gonna up the price. So if you just want the base, that's around what you're gonna be paying. That's with no wide body, no nothing. And this is before taxes and all that. So that's the base. If you want the wide body, it's gonna be around $46,000, and that's before taxes. Like I said, you got to take into account that all these numbers are before taxes. I mean, I'm not gonna get into every package you could get. I'll just tell you what I got. So I got obviously the wide body. That was the main thing. I had to get that. I had to get the wide body, so I got the wide body. I also got the plus group. That's these beautiful seats right here, you know. The Alcantara suede and the Napa leather combo, the best combo in the game. And the red guts, the best seats in the game, man. You gotta go with the red guts. I mean, either red or peanut butter, me preferably, especially with this color choice. The red guts was the way to go. So that's what the plus group is gonna get you. You know, you could choose a variety of different colors on your seats. I obviously went with the red because that's what I like. So you can see this is what all that gets you right there for the plus group. And also you can see I got the navigation and travel group right there. And you know, I don't know if I should have went with that or not, but you know, you can't go back, so I don't regret nothing. But because there's a couple things that I wanted to get, but I just, you know, I wanted to get the best deal for me at the time, so I didn't get a couple things. The carbon fiber right here, I didn't get that. So none of this is carbon fiber. All this would have been carbon fiber right here. I didn't get that. I wanted to get it, but I forget what it would have cost if I did. But you know, it just wasn't in the budget for me at the time, so I let that one go. And the sunroof, You know, that's another one that I wanted to get that I didn't get because, like I said, it didn't make sense for me at the time. You know, in my next vehicle, I'm gonna get all that. I'm gonna get it fully loaded. But for right now, I wanted this vehicle and I had to make it work, you know, for me and my situation. So I got what I really wanted, which was the red seats, the wide body, the brake calipers because they weren't too expensive, you know, and all that other shit was pretty expensive, man. That's why I didn't get it. And another thing was the Harman Kardon sound system. I didn't get that. That is something that I did want, but you know, I had to do what I had to do. The Alpine system that it comes with is pretty good. So, you know, I can't complain, man. I'm very happy with my vehicle, and you know, as you can see, you know, it looks good as hell. So, you know, we'll get into the full review later of everything, all the specifics, but you know, it is what it is. I got the navigation and travel group, that's $9.95, and then I got the red brake calipers, as you can see there. Back to what I paid. You know, let's get into that. So, and you see the destination charge, $1,500. So what I paid for all that, $51,575. And keep in mind, this is before taxes and everything. This is what I would have paid. This is not what I did pay. This is what all of this costs. All right, that's what everything costs. So we can go ahead and put that away. So you guys seen my package. Pause. Oh, that shit sounded a little crazy. My bad. You guys seen the package of my vehicle. You know, that's a little better. Pause on that other one. So it would have been $51,000 as you seen, but I went at a time where they were having some pretty good rebates, and you know, all this shit is going down, all this craziness in the world, but they had some pretty good rebates going on. One was on the SCATPACKs. They had around almost $5,000 rebate, almost. That was one. And then they had 0 payments for 3 months, which doesn't really go into what I paid, but that's nice. I don't have to pay any payments for 3 months on this, so that's pretty cool. And they had 0% interest on some vehicles, but the SCATPACKs and the HELLCATs and all that, and he said the Rubicons, all the higher performance vehicles weren't eligible for that. And I didn't dig real deep to see if that was the case, which I should have, because 0% is huge. Like I said, I wasn't as patient as I should have been, so I should have dug a little deeper, and maybe I could have got that. I probably could have got that 0%, and that's my fault. But you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm happy, and that's all that matters. So I might have been able to get that 0%. So like I said, be patient, get those negotiation skills, and use everything to your advantage, man, because I probably could have got an even sweeter deal. So, but like I was saying, I did get that rebate. So at the end of everything, I got the rebate. So it brought my total down. It brought it all the way down to like 42,000 or something like that. But then at the end of the day, that's not what you pay, because you got to add the taxes, and you got to add, I got the gap insurance. I didn't get the other insurance because that shit was way too expensive, but I did get the gap, which was, I think that added a couple grand if I'm not mistaken. But I got the gap. They tried to sell me on some other, you know, oil for a couple years type shit, and I didn't get that. That was like $1,000. They almost got me with that, but then I started to think about it, doing the math and all that, and I was like, nah, you know what, I'm gonna hold off on that. But I got the gap, I got all that other shit. So at the end of the day, what I ended up paying out the door for this 2020 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack 392 wide body, at the end of the day, walk out the door, was $48,000. Yeah, $48,000, man. So that ain't a bad deal when you think about it. What I should have paid was $51,000, and that's before all the taxes and everything. So what I would have paid would have been closer to 60 grand. So when you think about it, I paid 48 grand compared to close to 60. So we'll get into what my payments are on this. You could probably kind of do the math if you want and try to figure it out. But compared to what they could have been, man, I got a sweet deal. Oh yeah, man, like I said, do your research, get that knowledge, go into the dealer, ask about the deals, the rebates, go in every month if you have to, call, and shop around too. You know, don't just go to one dealer. get a price at one, take it to the next, see what they'll do for you, and you know, keep doing that. I mean, you got to have patience, man. That's the key, because the more you could shop around and find the best deal, the better deal you're gonna get. You know, these dealers, they're trying to get that sale, so when they see their competitor about to get a sale and they see the price, they're probably going to work with you, and they're going to do what they can to get you to buy from them. So be patient, man. Shop around, do your research, get them negotiation skills, and you're going to be good. I paid 48 grand for mine, man. And that's a pretty good deal for this vehicle here. It's a lot better than what other people are paying for it. Like I said, I know I seen someone talking about what they got for the base model. That's with nothing. That's with just strictly the wide body package, which is an extra $6,000. That's all they got, and they paid like 46, I believe it was. So only 2 grand less than me, and I got all this extra shit. I got the red brake calipers, I got the red interior, I got the navigation. So yeah, man, I think I got a pretty sweet deal. So you could get an even sweeter deal if you're more patient than I was and you shop around a little more, because I didn't shop around as much. Like I said, I went shopping when I was starving, man. And even though I had barely started reading this book, so I had a little bit of the negotiation knowledge, you know, but I didn't have enough. But at the end of the day, I still got a pretty good damn deal, man. So yeah, I hope I was able to help out a little bit, you know. Hopefully you guys could get the best deal possible from watching this. And if you do, let me know, man. If I helped you out, let me know, because I want to know if I'm helping you guys out. Let me know if this information was useful to you guys. Let me know if you like this type of content so I could keep doing it, or if not, I could stop doing it. And yeah, man, we gonna go from here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. You know, tell your friends if you guys like the content, because I'm gonna be coming with a whole lot of dope shit. And the next couple of drops are gonna be like informational type stuff, but let me know if you guys don't want to see that, and we'll get straight to, you know, whatever you guys want to see, man. But you know, I'm just trying to help out as best I can, and trying to contribute to this car community here on YouTube. But yeah, man, hopefully I was able to help. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, sharing, hitting that notification bell so you can know when I'm dropping all this dope shit. And yeah, man, I'm gonna see you guys on the next one, man. Until then, you know, stay safe out there. Have fun with your families. Don't take this time for granted. Learn some new stuff, man. Don't just be watching Netflix and playing games and shit. Learn new ways of making money so you could come out of this better than you were. Position yourself for success, you know. Get some good mentors, man, so you could get to that next level in life, you know. Gain some skills in this time, man. Don't take this time for granted, because you'll never have an opportunity like this again. Don't look at this like a bad thing. Look at it as an opportunity to position yourself for success. If you come out of this better than you were when you went into this, then you're gonna be able to go full steam ahead and just tackle shit, man, and just get to that whole nother level, man. And that's what we are all about, is getting to that next level in life and succeeding. And I'm getting real fucking hot in here. I don't know if you can see, I'm starting to sweat. I know I got good skin, but it ain't that shiny, man. So I'm gonna get up out of here, man, before I fucking have a heat stroke or some shit. But like I said, hopefully I was able to help you guys. Stay tuned for the next one. Go watch my previous video of me picking this thing up, the 2020 Dodge Widebody SCATPACK 392. This thing is a beast. I got the full review coming soon. I got what I'm paying for this coming soon. I got whether I financed or leased this thing coming soon. I got a whole lot of content coming soon. I got the mods coming soon. I'm gonna get the muffler delete, the mid muffler delete. I'm gonna get the windows tinted, which is like an upgrade. It's not a mod, but you know, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get the oil catch can. I'm gonna get a whole lot of stuff. So let me know what you guys want to see, and we are gonna get it done. You know what I mean? I'm a man of the people, man. I am a man of the people. So let me know, man. Like I said, I'm starting to sweat up in this bitch. It's becoming a heat box. So I'm gonna get up out of here. Let me roll this damn window down, and you know, I'm gonna see you guys on the next one.